All right, on this episode of Bouts Talking Bouts, excited to be speaking with an individual who's got quite the intriguing fight coming up. A little bit of an opponent switch here, still an intriguing fight all the same, though. We have Marcus Buchecha Almeida taking on Anderson Braddock Silva. It goes down at One Revolution on September 24th from Singapore, and happy to be talking to Buchecha once again. How's your day going so far there, man?
Hello, man. Thank you for the invitation. Huge pleasure for me to be here. And going good. Last phase of the training camp, so feeling good.
Yeah, and I'd mentioned there was a little bit of an opponent switch there because when I saw the announcement initially got rolled out for the 24th card, Thomas Narmo was the individual you're supposed to be facing there. Like, when did you, I guess, get word that you'd be facing an individual that's different from that? Like, what was the timeline like when you figured out there'd be an opponent switch?
I think they sent the message for me Tuesday. Actually, I don't even know because I don't like to deal with that. I think it's some kind of stressful. So who does that is my coach, is with my manager, Ali. So they talk with the matchmaker and they figured out. So I didn't even know until they sent me the new contract. They were talking, and they just showed me the contract, showing the new opponent. But I didn't do part of the negotiation. You know what I mean? Of the names.
Yeah, I guess you're probably just looking to get out there and make the debut at this point, just because it's been talked about for a period and the timeline has been kind of changed a little bit. I imagine you're just excited to get out there and fight pretty much whoever at this point.
Yeah, like you said, I don't want to get my fight pushed forward again like it was last time. So I was supposed to fight February and I'm still didn't fight. So it's been kind of like a long wait, but not complaining. It's been great for me to train and to learn more the game. So it's been good, but I think now I think it's time to fight, not to wait anymore. So I'm just an employee. They send me the name, so let's do it.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. And the last time we were talking, it seemed like you were getting in a fair bit of work at like Evolve and AKA. But from what I'm seeing on the social media, it seems like American Top Team has been the base of operations. Like, how long have you been getting in work there for?
No, actually, ATT is my home now. I'm feeling like home here. I'm being here over a year right now. And since I signed with One, I decided to move here to Florida. So I have two big friends here from long time, Cara de Sapato and Rafael Chaves. They always want me to come here and train with them, and so I did. And at first I didn't know how it would be, but everybody treats me so well here, and I have great coaches here, and I'm learning so much here with my striking coach, Catel Cubes, Macarrão, and Alemão, and my wrestling coach, Stevie Moko, and we have King Mo as well. And of course, other like great coaches here, but these are my main coaches. Of course, my Jiu-Jitsu are still always training with Lil Vieira, Conan Silveira, the head coach here. It's always helping me so much as well. So I'm being around so many good people, and my strength conditioning coach, Diego Lacerda. So I'm around great people. And of course, I'm not even saying the teammates, my training partners, because there's so many. And I just feeling really good here, learning every day, and I'm just ready to go.
Yeah, I get what you mean with like the training partners and the coaches. It's almost like there's too many to be able to rattle all of them off there. But I was talking to one of your training partners there, Shoeface, during his PFL 2021 campaign there, and he spoke very favorably of you as a training partner there. So it seems like you're getting in good work with quite a few people there.
Yeah, no, for sure. Actually, I'm living here with him now, with Cara de Sapato. He's my roommate. I'm his roommate because I'm living in his place. So, and we train so much. jiu-jitsu and being great, because at first I was scared to not have like good jiu-jitsu guys only, you know. Of course, the MMA guys, it's like amazing because we have so many, but sometimes I want to do just jiu-jitsu with high level black belts, and he's one of them. I train with him since I was blue belt, and now we do that like a lot often here. So it's been great, and now even better because he's like in the final of the PFL too. So it's still like with the focus, and when everybody's with the same focus, the same goal, it's something really good. So everybody keep training, help each other. So it's been great. It's been amazing.
I was going to say, do you have a good roommate rapport with him and stuff like that? Like, is he a good roommate to live with and stuff like that? Or is he letting the dishes pile up in the sink a little too much, like that kind of stuff?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's been great, man. It's been awesome.
Yeah, what do you guys do to kind of like decompress outside of the fight stuff? Or is it like you're so immersed in the martial arts culture, a lot of it is just that kind of stuff like you're talking about, like, you know, the high-level jiu-jitsu and stuff like that? Like, a lot of it is martial arts focused, or is there some downtime and certain like hobbies and stuff you guys get up to outside of MMA?
Oh man, being honest, like lately it's been so hard, but we like to go out and like do something different, go to the beach, and he likes to do like play tennis and different stuff. I like to surf, but here in Florida there's no waves, so it's been hard, and no snowboarding, so I'm missing those things. But I always like to be outside doing something when I'm not training, you know, so I don't like to be at home just resting. Otherwise, life becomes boring, you know what I mean? So you have to be doing stuff that you love. Otherwise, it makes no sense if you're not having fun, right?
Yeah, no doubt, man. You gotta find some joy out of the situation, and it seems like you're able to do that there. And I'm kind of curious because, you know, your accolades in jiu-jitsu are, you know, pretty much unmatched. I mean, really speak for themselves. But have you had to change any facets of your jiu-jitsu game in an MMA kind of context? Like, are certain positions that you would normally go to in your, you know, BJJ competition not necessarily like as transferable to MMA, or is it pretty much clean, like everything crossing over?
No, actually, it's a big change. It's a big adaptation. It's a big adjustments that I had to do with my jiu-jitsu, because of course in jiu-jitsu you never really worry about getting punched or getting like expose yourself in bad positions, but in MMA you have to worry about it. So it's good because like it made improve my jiu-jitsu so much. So I feel in my jiu-jitsu got much better, especially the no-gi, right? Because I never really trained no-gi much, just when I was about to compete. So I always rather train gi than no-gi. But now my focus is being like 100% just no-gi, and it's been amazing. So my jiu-jitsu changed a lot, and I'm liking the new version of Buchecha, you know?
Yeah, it's going to be very intriguing to see. And to that point, talking about this opponent here, Anderson Braddock Silva, just a guy who's been in the one circle a few times, competed in MMA, but also known on the glory kickboxing scene and stuff like that. Like, what was your level of, I guess, familiarity with Anderson Braddock Silva when that name was kind of mentioned as the opponent?
Like I told you, I didn't know that who was going to be my opponent. I just found out when I got the contract. But like you said, you know, Braddock is a legend. He's a great guy. We know each other. And, like, I didn't want to fight like a Brazilian, especially somebody that I know, but it is what it is, right? We don't choose that. But like you said, he's a legend, you know. He fought like K1, Glory, and won a lot of times. So will be a great fight for sure. You know, big names in different sports fighting MMA. I think will be something big for sure.
Yeah, and something else that I thought was kind of interesting was, you know, Gordon Ryan's inclusion in one championship, and that seems like an individual you'd like to compete against in mixed martial arts. Obviously, you guys have that, you know, bit of a history, ADCC 2019, for instance. Is that a matchup in mixed martial arts that you would like to have eventually there yourself against Gordon Ryan?
He's not fighting MMA. He said he's just fighting grappling. So I don't really think about that because he said he's not fighting, and I'm just worried about my MMA now. So of course, if it's time for MMA, I would fight. No problem at all.
No, fair enough. And an article I was seeing that I thought was interesting, so I thought it was cool that you put it out there in an inspirational kind of way. Like you were saying, you lost your first 8 BJJ tournaments all in the first round. And like I was saying earlier in the conversation, your jiu-jitsu resume is quite extensive there as far as what you've been able to do. Like, how important is it to you to be able to inspire certain people, like, young jiu-jitsu players who might be early on in their journey? Maybe they're in a similar spot, getting, frustrated that the success isn't coming. Like, how important is it to kind of impart those lessons to them and be like, hey, I wasn't always the greatest at this either, per se?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's something that was really hard for me, but I kept training. I kept with my focus, and like you said, the beginning wasn't easy at all for me. But if you have passion about something and you really work hard, doesn't matter if it's in your sport, in your life, in your personal life, in your work. If you have passion, if you're passionate about something and you mix that with hard work, that's the perfect combination. There is no way to go wrong if you do that. And I think that was my secret. I was passionate about jiu-jitsu and I was training so much. I put my 100% on that. And after a couple tournaments, I won my first one, then my second one, and just like that, I won like the awards and changed my belt, got the purple belt until I got the black belt and became what I became nowadays. So wasn't easy in the beginning, but it was worth for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say you stuck it out, and then you got in the Guinness World Record, so panned out pretty well for you, for sure.
Yeah, man, it's like something really cool to say, like, I'm the only one on the planet that did something, you know what I mean? So that was my dream, to do something that nobody ever done before, and I did it. So it's pretty cool. It feels like that. So it's just amazing. You know what I mean? It's really blessed to have accomplished what I did, and so happy for everything that happened in my life along the years.
Yeah, you seem like a grateful guy, man, for sure. But I was talking about the jiu-jitsu in mixed martial arts a bit before. I'm kind of curious about the striking growth you've been able to have there, because you've been able to work with some great guys over the years and that sort of regard. And I imagine a guy of your caliber is able to like really develop skills at a pretty rapid rate. Like, how exciting has that been, just the learning curve with the striking and just the skills you've been able to shore up with the stand-up?
Yeah, it's been great. I'm an athlete, and I like to learn. It's always good to be around martial arts, and I'm learning the game. I'm learning, like, every day I learn something new. And like I said, Catel Cubes is a Muay Thai legend, and he's my coach, and he's helping me so much. He's the one since day one here. He like hugged me and started teaching me the game, and I feel like really blessing to learn from him. And it's been really great the way that he teaches, and since the really basically from the zero until today, I felt the difference. And of course, he has like a lot of like friends and other coaches that help him so much, like Macarrão and Fabrício Rocco, Alemão. So they've been helping me so much as well. And it's been great. I'm learning. I'm every day feeling better, and like that's that. Now I wanna like test myself in to see how it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're on a big card here for sure. I mean, there's a few championship fights at the top of this one. I mean, pretty big card to be on. Like, are you excited about that kind of aspect? I mean, as much as there was a couple other times, probably would have liked to get out there before, but it seems like you're getting to debut on a pretty big event for sure.
Yeah, being honest, I don't really care about that because I'm caring about my fight, you know. But for sure, it's great to be on a great card. But I'm not gonna be thinking about that. I'm gonna be thinking about my own fight. So, but like you said, yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, definitely. And one more question I'd kind of had for you, just, as we're kind of wrapping up here, because I noticed you had an Instagram picture up circa November 2020 of yourself with Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson Ranch was kind of listed as the location there. What was the backstory on all of that there?
Actually, I was in California and my friend was there. I mean, I have a lot of friends. My manager, Ali, was actually, he was organizing the event and he invited me with Marlon Moraes. That is my big friend here. Me and Marlon, we are friends since my day one in America. That's when I met Marlon. We started the life together here, the American dream actually. And he invited me to go there, and of course, like to meet the legend was a great opportunity. And I went for sure. I was living in California at the time, so it was a really good experience to meet like him. I remember waiting like late nights with my dad to watch his fights. You know, a long wait, hours to see like the fight finish in one punch. But it was like, years later, have the opportunity to meet him was great.
Yeah, well, that's cool to hear for sure there, man. And like I was saying before, you've been good with your time and, just want to be, mindful of the rest of your, presumably busy schedule there. So to that point, is there anything you might want to add kind of as a parting thought as we're wrapping up here, man?
No, I would like to say thank you guys very much, and thank you everyone who support me since Jiu Jitsu, and I have like a lot of supporters. I think the whole BJJ community will be supporting me, and I really appreciate that. I would like to thanks everybody from ATT, my team, everybody who support me from Evolve MMA as well, and my sponsorships, Ruka and Shoyoro. They've been with me since my Jiu-Jitsu days, and they still with me. So I would like to just say thank you to everyone who made part of my journey and until today. And I can represent everyone really well. And let's do it. It's time.
Excited to finally see you make the pro MMA debut, man. Been a long time coming, and going to be an exciting fight. Marcus Buchecha Almeida and Anderson Braddock Silva getting out there at One Revolution on September 24th, testing skills inside the one circle. Thanks for coming on the show and giving some insights, man. Best of luck with the remainder of the preparation here, and just you enjoy the rest of your day too, man.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for the invitation to be on the show.